Good morning, Team Alabama. We are going to begin reading Stuck in Neutral, Chapter 10. Open your Google Doc. You should be getting close to 50 facts now. You record on the same Google Doc each time we read a new chapter. You're going to add to your facts because good readers ask themselves, what is it new that I've learned? And you also continue to ask yourself questions. What is it I want to learn? And so if there's something that you're thinking about that you think, oh gosh, I wonder if this character is going to do this, put that down as a question. And then as you read, you'll begin to figure that out. And that's what good readers do. Good readers say, okay, this is the new stuff I've learned, and this is the stuff I want to know. The other thing that you're going to do is you're going to write down vocabulary words like you've been doing. You should be at 10 questions and 10 vocab words. And the word that we're going to add today is meringue. And meringue is like that fancy whipped cream looking stuff on top of a pie. It's not really whipped cream. It's just white stuff on top of a pie. So like usually you'll see it on lemon meringue pie. And it's that white puffy stuff on top of a pie. So chapter 10, make sure you have your book downloaded on your Chromebook, or you've gone to www.scribed.com, and that's a 30-day free trial. And so chapter 10 is very similar to our other chapters where the author starts with the poem that he wrote about Sean. And so chapter 10, page 61. Something is happening. Lindy won't look at me, and I can't look at myself. Words. One once real as firewood or concrete became meringue of dust. Okay, there's your word meringue, meringue of dust. Breakfast time. When I eat, I know that it is not a very pretty sight. It's the same every morning. Mom pulls up the kitchen chair she always sits in when she feeds me, and she places a bath towel-sized bib around my neck. Then she scoops oatmeal into an ancient green plastic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bowl, Donatello, and she always uses this bowl. I think because she can hold it by the turtle's head up close to my face and spoon the mush into my mouth. Putting food in my mouth is only the first step to feeding me. I can't voluntarily swallow. So we have to wait for my swallowing reflex to kick in. Because of this, half of the food oozes back out before any of it goes down. Oozes might be a word you want to add to your vocab. That's a great word. Mom has fed me practically every meal that I've ever eaten, so she's an expert. She shovels a spoon in and then leaves the spoon under my lower lip, resting it lightly on my chin until half the food slides back out, and then she spoons it in again, repeating the procedure as many times as it takes until my body manages to swallow. Then I get the next spoonful, and it takes a while to feed me. I cough and spit a lot too, spraying my meals. Like that time with my dad, I know I must look terrible. I'm glad Allie left before I got up. Okay, let's stop there and let's add some facts. What are some new things that we know about Sean now? Mom has fed him every meal. He has to wait for that swallow reflex to kick in before he actually swallows. He can't make himself swallow. And Mom's kind of the expert at it. And for fun, if you want to talk about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bowl she uses, you can say that. And anything else you want to add in there. You should be getting close to your 50 facts. Maybe you want to ask yourself a question. Why did Mom always use that same bowl? Okay, page 62. This morning, Mom seems distracted. She lets more oatmeal than usual slide out of my mouth and down onto the bib. She keeps running her fingers gently across my chin, wiping away the drooled cereal. There is something in her expression, something in her eyes, that tells me something is wrong. When I'm done eating, after Mom has gone to the bathroom and washed the sticky oatmeal off her hands, she comes back into the kitchen and calls for Cindy and Paul, who are both upstairs. Yo, Paul calls back. Cindy doesn't answer. Cindy, Mom calls again, louder. What? Cindy answers. Mom says, I need you both down here for a second. Mom stands leaning against the wall between the kitchen and the family room. I happen to be looking at her. She looks pretty, even though she's 45 years old. There's a good fact for you. Mom, Lindy, is 45. Mom's real name is Linda. There's another good fact. But my dad gave her the nickname Lindy back before they were even married. It's stuck with her ever since. Watching Mom standing there, I remember so many things about her. I remember every soft word she's ever whispered in my ear, every gentle, silly lullaby each and every time I've come back after a seizure, to find myself cradled in her arms. If I had to name a single person why I've been so happy as I've been, I know that it would be my certainty of Mom's love for me. Love that's absolute, rock solid. Yet right now, at this moment, I think about Allie and how much I'd like to have a girlfriend. I even wonder what it would be like to love someone else more than I love my mom. I know that the secret to happiness is love. To be loved the way Mom has always loved me, and to love back the way I've always loved her. Yet now, somehow, I think about a new meaning for love, something even bigger. Cindy and Paul show up together, coming into the family room, pushing and teasing. I need to tell you guys something, Mom says, and she uses her best put on a happy face voice, so all of us know instantly that something must be wrong. I need to discuss something with you guys, Mom says. You know that. Paul counters, already on the defensive. Both Cindy and Paul look guilty, not specific guilt, but more like, I wonder what she's found out about now. Mom notices this and laughs. You're not in trouble. She reassures them. I just have to tell you something. By this time, I can feel the weight of what's coming. I can hear it in her tone. Mom's a naturally positive and cheerful person. Okay, those are two really good facts. Mom Lindy is naturally cheerful and positive. When she sounds as overly positive as she's sounding now, it has to mean something is pretty bad. What's going on? Cindy asks anxiously, staring at Mom, and the same suspicious feelings I have. You might want to add suspicious to your vocab. If you're not sure of that word, that's a great one to add. It's about your dad, Mom says. Paul instantly groans and asks, now what? I haven't even told you what it's about, Mom says defensively. Paul snaps back. If it has to do with Dad, you don't have to. He slumps down on the big blue couch in the family room, and Cindy sits next to him. Mom takes a breath, and she turns to Paul. You're mad at your dad. I know that, but you need to set that aside for a moment and just listen. The Alice Pons Show is going to do a program about your dad's newest project. Cindy interrupts. The thing about the schools? No, Mom says. What new project? Paul asks. Mom sighs, just a quick little sigh, but all three of us catch it, and it's her signature giveaway that the punchline is next. Your dad's writing a new book. It's about Earl Détro. Oh, no, Cindy snaps, jerking her knees up to her chest and burying her head. Who? Paul asks sarcastically. Who's Earl Dayglow? Cindy's voice comes out from her knees. Has Dad gone crazy? Mom says, your dad thinks it's an important story. He thinks, Cindy interrupts. Bull. He's not thinking at all. And then she says more. Paul yells, what's going on? Who's this Earl guy? Cindy looks up and hisses. He's that monster from Eastern Washington who murdered his kid. I placed the name immediately, and the second Mom said it, and now the voiceovers of a dozen